There's hairs everywhere. Right, here we go. We're in my little flat. Thanks all for coming back and watching yet another one of my YouTube videos. Actually, this little outfit today is going to feature across on the blog next weekend. I've just been out this morning with my pal Dennis, who's a really good photographer here in Manchester. So we've just gone out. It's slightly rained just before, but it was pretty cool because we were shooting on like cobbled streets and the rain made the cobbles look absolutely killer. So we're going for like, obviously this is a Good Morning Keith t-shirt. I was kindly gifted these t-shirts about, well, I think it was probably about last week. I got 3 t-shirts, which are killer, and I shot this one just this morning. So this will feature in next week's YouTube video, which will be a really cool one because obviously Dennis is like a proper photographer. He's crazy good, and he had all his old lenses on. So we're hopefully going to go for like a proper 60s, 70s vibe, and this is obviously perfect for the brand, reflects the brand perfectly. If you've never heard of them, make sure you tune in for next week's little YouTube and blog because I'll be talking about this t-shirt and the 2 other t-shirts I got, plus a little bandana you might see in a while. But I said obviously this YouTube was going to be a little bit of look around the flat, sort of like behind my door of flat number 3 in Manchester, which it is going to be. So I thought I'll have a little sit down first, little catch up, and then I'll take my camera from my tripod and I'll show you around probably just this room, the little kitchen area up there, and then we've got like a cool little sort of like upstairs, you could call it, a little area as well. So obviously tonight's vlog is the same, so there'll be pictures, hopefully a few of me trying to look cool in the flat. But yeah, I think I was going to mix it up, maybe do like a little mini film. I love the flat like all through the day, but it gets best just around dusk. So when we get the sun from like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right the way till it sets about 9, 10 o'clock. But just before sort of like 8 till 10 is like the perfect light. So I want to do a little film, which I will include in this YouTube video, of just a little bit like of the vibe of the flat and trying to obviously show you what we're going for. We've been in here, it's the 4th weekend, so it's a month. So this is like quite a cool blog to post because it marks a month of us, me and Chloe, being in this flat. So yeah, obviously a little bit of a chat. This week, what have I been up to this week? Nothing much. I'm planning, obviously it's Saturday today, I'm filming it. Chloe's out of work, bad for some. I've been on a little photo shoot, good for some. Nice little coffee as well. Just, I didn't realise there's like, I used to love the Foundation Coffee in the Northern Quarter of Manchester. They've opened a new one, it's 30 seconds away from the house. It is like, it's so bloody cool. So I've been there for coffee with Dennis, a little bit of a chat, and then we took some killer photos, as I've mentioned. But yeah, so today's been really good. I want to meet Chloe after work. Hopefully going to go for a couple of drinks tonight. Obviously you're watching this is Sunday, so check out my blog, check out the photos. Thanks for coming along and checking out the YouTube. But yeah, so I may as well, I think that's pretty much the catch up is over. I've done bugger all this week. I've shot this today. Let's crack on and I'll show you around our little flat. I'm probably just going to show you this room though, because the bedroom is a little bit of a write-off. We've not really tried in there yet. We've done a little bit, but to be honest, we've not even got a bed frame. We're actually like got a mattress on the floor. It's not as cool as it is in here. I've just had Dennis around. It was pretty cool. He was like, oh, like I absolutely love the flat. He was like, oh, it looks really blogger. That's the word he used. But basically, I think he means it's aesthetically pleasing. So I hope you think it's quite aesthetically pleasing as well. But yes, I will take my camera off the tripod and I'll give it a bit of this action and I'll explain my favourite little bits around the flat. So here we go. Problem number 1, I've just found out. I thought my camera had one of those like tilt screens so I could actually see what I was doing. Sadly, it doesn't have a tilt screen. It just goes down to like flat. It doesn't go all the way around. So I want to have a try and face it my way. But I may as well just show you the setup first down here. So say goodbye to the old reflection and say hello to, this is like my favourite part of the room. I love this carpet. This is the carpet we picked up from IKEA. It's an absolute legendary carpet. I got Chloe it, I think it was like the first weekend we moved into Manchester. But this is like the vintage inspired sort of like, I don't know, just like it's my favourite area of the flat. Obviously I've got my dad's vinyl player here. and we may as well stick a little bit of background music on, so I'll do that now. Obviously, total, what are the chances there's a Rolling Stones record just about to play? So I'll get that playing now. But yeah, this is my favourite part of the flat. So we've got my dad's old vinyl player, which he's kindly sort of lent me for my time in Manchester. This little guy, my lovely new little plant, which obviously doesn't look as healthy as it should be, but believe me, I am going to try my best to keep him alive. He's looking legendary, but I think we may have lost this leaf. But yeah, getting back to, so obviously we've got all the vinyl, so this is like, that's Chloe's side vinyl, that's my side vinyl, but this is like the area we all love to like chill out. We always obviously just sit on the floor. This flat came unfurnished, and the only thing we have is this sofa. Believe it or not, we found it on Gumtree. I mean, it's disgusting, but Chloe found it and she loved it, and she actually got it from upstairs, so obviously it was on Gumtree. We were like, all right, where are you? And total fluke, they're actually in the flat upstairs. So we literally just carry that sofa down, so we have one sofa. As I say, this is the table I do my YouTubes on. As you can see, that is the old background we've got going on. But this is another favourite part of my room. So we've got these frames. We framed sort of like, well, the past couple of weeks really, since we've moved in. Chloe loves her magazines, so she loves like Off the Rails magazine, and believe it or not, a couple of these photographs in the frames are actually from Off the Rails mag. If you've never heard of it, check it out. The guy actually, two guys are actually from Manchester who who are the magazine editors, and one of the guys is the photographer of Off the Rails, and the other one is just like obviously people send in their own photographs and they publish in the magazine. It's well worth checking out. This is the guy you may have saw on my Instagram story, or shall I say the girl, the very sexy girl. I actually found in a music studio 2 days ago, so it was getting sort of shut down and they were just selling random bits. It was a really old studio, it had been around since the 70s, 80s, and I found this, but it is polished up and it literally looks like an absolute dream. Cop a look at that behind. But yeah, I think it goes pretty well in our frame section. That is from Diego's Rock Nights in Ibiza. So when I went to Ibiza and shot obviously around Diego's hotels, he gave us that for a prop, and I just thought it's such a cool thing, because obviously it's just sort of a memory of mine from Ibiza earlier on this year, and that was the first time I went to Ibiza. It was cool. But we've got little cacti. Obviously we've got a lot of plants in our little flat, so we've got these little cacti, all real. I hate having like fake plants. I see loads of fake plants everywhere now, but it's better off having the real deal. We've got my lovely hat. This is also what I got from Barcelona when I went a couple of weeks ago, and this is by YI Hats. Guinness is an absolute legend, and look at that in the bottom, the unidentified rocker. I want to post about this on my blog soon, but it's just yet to feature. It's one of the things I really, really want to feature, because it is this summer's hat. Look at that little leopard print detailing around there as well. It is sick, and I love the inside. There's a really, really cool skull in the inlay of the inside, but is one of my favourite hats I've been wearing this summer. Obviously we've got Mick there, looking like an absolute legend. And this little guy is another thing we got from Barcelona. I think it was only a couple of euro, but it's actually an old San Miguel beer mat from the 70s or 80s, I don't actually know. But the best bit of the flat also is just the huge windows. So these windows are really, really cool. You get all the sunshine, and it's nice being on the corner, so we get like the sunshine from when it starts over there, which is about 3 o'clock, till about 9 o'clock when it sets, and this is why I like it here when it's like all obviously getting dusk. Obviously I love a candlestick. I've actually got those candles coming where they actually drip down, so which we've tried to do here, but I don't know why no one sells dripping candles anymore. They're so hard to find, but I found them on eBay, so I want to get a couple of really, really cool dripping candles and hopefully get that. You know, when you go to like an Italian restaurant, you see all the old wine bottles and they've got like that dripping candle effect. That's what I want to go for. This little guy, little Has My Hand, which I picked up from Liverpool when I visited Liverpool. Little music encyclopedia there, looking very, very cool. Obviously Dennis was right, very aesthetically pleasing. Got this little coffee table as well, which I think is really, really cool, and that's just like a little vintage buy. All the vintage shops in Manchester, even charity shops, you get some amazing stuff, like this little like terrarium thing. This is old vintage as well, which I absolutely love. Hopefully you're going to get a couple of plants for that. There he is, back again in the old mirror. But yeah, talking about the plants, we've got a little plant down there, which my dad gave me, another little plant there, and a nice little chair. And the best bit is these plants we've got hanging in the window. I love these plants. I love the sort of ropes, which everyone doing now. So if you do want to go and pick them up, you can get them pretty much everywhere. I got mine from eBay, and they were like sort of, I think you got like 2 for £9. But I love plants hanging, and I've got these like, hopefully they're all gonna like drape down and start to grow a little bit. Saved this little guy from IKEA. He was looking like an absolute nightmare when I picked him up. Now he is loving life. Other little favourite bit about, if you look over here, I'll try and zoom in. See these, like, see that stonework on the other side of those lions? Like, I love just people watching out this window. But getting on the story of windows, and getting on to the story of this little guy is like a little chill out area we've got up here, which is, we call it our upstairs. Obviously it's not really technically an upstairs, but you can get out up there and chill out. We've got it all with cushions and stuff. But I was up there the other day, and I was sort of like people watching down in the street. And basically this flat obviously looks cool, but I think in the winter it's probably not going to be that practical because the windows are seriously wafer thin. So you might, obviously if you read my blog, there's a little thing in it where I was chilling up there and I was like, what is that weird noise? And basically the windows are so thin, I actually heard someone open a packet of crisps down on the street. I think there was salt and vinegar as well. But now we've actually got the kitchen area, so we've got a few more little plants. These little guys, lovely little old school lamp I picked up from a vintage place as well, which I absolutely love. A couple of cacti going for the old gold effect here. More ivy. We've got the American flag. That's my vintage American flag, which I absolutely love as well. It looks really, really cool there, and it's like beneath the chair. These windows open all the way down as well, so when it's nice, it's like, it's not that bad outside at the minute, but obviously when you flip them right the way down, you get the whole sort of like window comes down. Pretty heavy, but this was an old factory building, so the windows open massively as well. I love that little bit. That's the back of the Refuge, which is a pretty cool pub, and another building. The Refuge actually is slightly just over there, but we'll say it's the back of the Refuge. I'm pretty close with some good bars. This is the little kitchen area we have. So we've got a little disco ball there, looking pretty sexy in the corner. This is the old herb plant cacti area. As you can see, got another little guy hanging here, which is pretty cool. He's absolutely loving it there because he has grown so much. We've got, well, we've been in here, what, 4 weeks? This is all the wine I've demolished since being in the flat. Probably not all the wine, I've thrown a few corks away. We've got a little photo of the big guys. We've got Mick and we've got Keith in front of their cars. And I've decided, obviously I've got a few of the Coachella posters. Every time I go, I always try and get a poster. And the posters framed up there just look absolutely sick. But yes, this is, I'm drinking orange juice now from a wine glass. Hopefully I will turn the orange juice from orange into wine tonight. But yeah, the flat's looking pretty cool. Obviously we've got these lovely, again from IKEA, these mats. Chloe's got the cowhide. I went for the zebra one. We had these in our old flats, but we've just put them in here and they look sick. These trays I absolutely love, so they're good for like when I'm sitting chilling, listening to some, I don't know, some vinyl, some radio. You can put stuff on there. I always take my rings off on there, stick them on there, put wine glasses on there, so when they're spilt, they just go on the tray rather than the carpet, all that jazz. We've got another couple of little vintage finds, these little candlestick holders, which I absolutely love. These are like vintage, believe it or not. £1 for 2, so that was pretty good. And I think that, I don't know how old they are, but they look pretty old. Found them in like a Manchester sort of charity. What was it called? Like a car boot sale. This little guy obviously will feature next week on the blog. That's the Good Morning Keith necktie I wore with this little outfit. So this is the outfit I rocked today, obviously on the shoot, and this is the one Dennis shot me in. So I think it looks pretty cool. I think it looks good, and I had a little waistcoat on as well. It looked sick. Another Coachella memory there, a lovely tapestry I picked up when I was over there the last time I went. I've sadly not been for a couple of years, but I want to go back. This is the base. So obviously I've got the tripod. Obviously the camera goes on the tripod, and then you can see me and my tote in my corner. This light here, obviously to make me look a little bit better, or I mean, it probably doesn't do the job, but it's there anyway for a little bit of extra light. And I will show you now up here. I only got these lights the other day, but we've put them up and they look pretty cool. They look even better in the dark, hopefully, which I'll make a little film and show you about later on. But we've got this really cool beam, wrapped them around there at the back, but I'll show you upstairs. Right, to get upstairs, you've actually got to climb like this really steep set, lovely trainers, Chloe, of stairs, and it sort of like pops up at the top, so where you can see the beams. So if we poke our heads up, this is our like little chill out area. There's Keith, there he is, looking very, very damn cool. So we've got a mattress up here, but we've covered it in like a cool little sheet, a couple of pillows. And if I crawl up, sorry about the shaky camera, you get the best view of the flat up here. So it just looks sick. We love to chill out, obviously, up here as well. So we've got all the little plants, vinyl, little cool carpets. And then you can see, like, for people watching out these windows, since they're on the corner, it is like the best people watching street ever. But yeah, it's just really, really cool up here. And it's like a little bonus to the flat. This is what pretty much, when we found this, we were like, oh, that looks absolutely sick. We need this flat. But yeah, pretty cool. So I'll hop back down and hopefully I'll be sitting back in the old YouTube area. Right, he's back. I think I put the camera back in the right place. But yes, that is the little tour of our flat together. I hope you like it. I hope you think it's cool. Since we've been in here 4 weeks, I think we've done a pretty good job of making it look like, obviously, quite homely, quite cool. And yeah, it's good, man, so I really, really like it. I better flick this vinyl off because I don't want to sort of get the old copyright involved. So I will just turn this off 2 seconds. Right, it's off. It's off. It's good. Don't want my YouTube to be taken down because the Rolling Stones have obviously heard this and gone, bloody hell, he's using our track. I doubt they'll probably watch this one, like, but never mind. But yes, that is my flat. That is the little area I live in and occupy with Chloe. And I think we've done a pretty good job of making it ours, which is cool. But yeah, if you want to see more, if you want to have a look at the cool photos, the cool video will be at the end, dusk, I want to call it, of the flat. Thanks for coming back and sort of like basically checking out the old flat and being really bloody nosy. Join me next week for my YouTube on this t-shirt, 2 other t-shirts and necktie, and I'll see you then. Cheers, bye.